Cultural exposure, exploring the elderly population. Selected cultural group, the elderly. My name is Aisha Corday. The event I attended was the Senior Social Hour at T.E. Harmon Center, Sugarland Parks and Recreation on 234 Matla Way, Sugarland, Texas, 77478. Department of Clinical Mental Health Counseling, Houston Christian University, Counseling 5317, Multicultural Counseling, Professor Dr. Alexander Jabachevich, August 2nd, 2025. Cultural Exposure, the Elderly Population. Welcome to my presentation. I will highlight what I gained from participating in the Senior Social Hour at the T.E. Harmon Center in Sugarland, Texas. I will focus on these main areas: the purpose of my visit and the setting of the event, important cultural aspects, which I noticed including attitudes, beliefs, and values and practices. Third, how the experience affects my worldview and professional development based on insights I gained. Four, the exposure experience, which I have shared about, engaged me directly with older adults, which made me appreciate their lived experiences and begin thinking of how best to support this group in my future role as a counselor. Setting the scene. The T. Harmon Center was full of life, and it welcomed and invited the participants, including myself. People were not just sitting at tables conversing, playing cards and games. Instead, they were actively engaging in meaningful interactions. The strongest impression that was made was the sense of belonging. I felt welcome. This was not simply a center for recreation, it was a home for thriving communities, a community of relationships. T. Harmon Center is a community center for adults 50 years and older. Activities were conversational sessions, games, and communal dining. Atmosphere was welcoming, warm, and relational. Attitudes, beliefs, and values. Friendships are central. Maintenance of relationships, purpose, staying active and engaged, resilience, reframing life's challenges as growth opportunities. In answer to my question regarding priorities, it was obvious that relationships mattered most to them. Friendships and familiar connections were foundational to wellness. Maintaining an active life physically, socially, and mentally. Many discuss resilience, perceiving age as a time of continued opportunity rather than decline. That was my aha moment, which led me to rethink the role of counselors and how future counselors support these values meaningfully. Practices, and behaviors. The customs I observed were intentional, meaningful. Familiar storytelling was both entertainment and a bond, and a means to bond. Weekly gathering offered rhythm to their lives. Humor was present. Laughter was a cultural glue. One attendee reminisced about how mentoring young family members made her feel purposeful. These practices embody not mere rituals, but the profound ways people affirm their identity and legacy. Personal reflection in conclusion. I gain respect for the contribution made by elders. I acknowledge that the importance of cultural responsive practice, resolution to apply such understanding to the counseling practice professionally and personally. Cultural competence needs to be practiced in person. Elders give long-standing community strength and wisdom to their work. My experiences influenced the way I view my work and helped me to develop professionally. That is the end. Thank you for listening.